Howdy guys, welcome back to another Tuesday Tales video. Now this week I will be doing something different. Now I know I probably said last week that I will be picking up with the story after the wooden horse this week. But I decided that hey, like since I'm like recording this one late and since I've been busy like sometime, why not do the one after the one from next week? So I won't be as busy next week, so I'll hopefully, well, no. Yeah, so I'll do that one, hopefully next week. Okay, let's get started. The pass at Thermopylae, the Fearless 300. Though King Darius I, the king of Persia, had been defeated at Marathon, he did not give up his intention of conquering Greece. But in the midst of preparations for a new campaign, Darius died. He was succeeded by his son Xerxes, who inherited not only his father's throne, but his determination to bring Greece under Persian rule. Xerxes started his expedition with what seemed 1,000,000 men. There were actually more than 300,000 trained soldiers, and they made their way through Thrace and Macedonia, supported by the largest fleet in the world. In the late summer of 481 BC, they reached the Hellespont, where Xerxes ordered a great number of flatboats to be lashed together across the straits. It took 7 days and 7 nights for his army to pass over this bridge of boats. Once on Greek soil, Xerxes, like Darius, sent demands to the cities of Greece for tributes of earth and water, the symbols of submission. Again, the demand was rejected. Refusing to be slaves, the Greeks resolved to defend themselves and preserve their proud spirit of freedom. The Persian army reached the pass of Thermopylae, literally the hot gate, because of the hot sulfur springs nearby, burning and destroying as they advanced. The Greeks had been warned of Xerxes' approach, and a few thousand were waiting for him. Though greatly outnumbered by the Persian hordes, they were untroubled. They were camped securely in the narrowest sort of defile, a place where 2 or 3 armed men could hold a company at bay. Except for a secret concealed path over the mountain, there was no way of getting through, and this path was guarded by men from the city of Phocis. Unaware of the secret path, Xerxes wanted to learn how many men were holding the pass at Thermopylae and what they were doing. He dispatched a spy to find out. "Your Majesty," the spy reported, "there are only a few thousand, but they are led by the Spartan king, Leonidas. And the Spartans are a stubborn, foolhardy lot. They care nothing about risking their lives. It is said that they celebrate their own funeral rites before they go to war. Even the women, they say, when they bid their men farewell, tell them to return either carrying their shields or being carried on them." They also say, Xerxes cut him short. They say, what does it matter what they say? The important thing is that the Greek Spartans and all are outnumbered 800 to 1. I also sent you to learn something else. What are the troops doing? They were combing their hair, said the spy. "What?" exclaimed Xerxes. He did not know that the Spartans always comb their hair just before going into battle, to make their heavy helmets fit better. He assumed that they were frivolous. They sound more like silly women than fighting men. We will show them what fighting really means. And he gave the order to attack. The first wave of Persian troops came at dawn. A vast number of archers led the charge. Look, Leonidas is second in command. How many they are? When they shoot, their arrows will darken the sun. Good, said Leonidas. We can fight better in the shade. The arrows came down in a dense cloud, but the Greek helmets and shield warded them off. While the long Greek spears caused havoc among the Persians, and another cohort of Persians were thrown against the Greeks, and again they were repulsed. For 3 days, column after column of Persian troops stormed the pass, but the Greeks held firm. Xerxes was furious. He called on his picked troops, known as the 10,000 Immortals. Prove your immortality, he commanded them. Go in and wipe out that little group so eager to die. But the immortal 10,000 fared no better than the others. They too were beaten off. Legend has it that the mighty Xerxes raged with anger and terror, like a hysterical child, jumping up and down on his throne. That night, a man was brought to Xerxes' tent. It was Ephialtes, a Greek who was ready to turn traitor and reveal a secret for a large sum of money. I'll buy your secret, said Xerxes, if you can prove it's worth something. Don't need anything matter. It is worth your army, said Ephialtes. I can prove it. The pass of Thermopylae is not the only way through. There is a footpath over the mountain that leads to the rear of the Greeks. It is held by only a handful of soldiers. They're not Spartans, but Phoenicians. Men who would rather live than die. A quick attack, and you can devise Leonidas from the other side. You have proved nothing yet, said Xerxes. Give me 100 of your soldiers, and I will prove it tonight. I will lead them then to the place. If I succeed, you will pay me well. If I fail, you will have my head. Ephialtes succeeded. He guided the Persian company up the secret side path to the highest point. It was a windy autumn night, and the Venetian defenders did not realize until too late that what they thought was a hustle of fallen leaves was a scuttle of feet. They were easily routed. But before they retreated into the depths of the wooded mountain, they managed to get word to Leonidas. Sorry. He called a meeting of his captains in the middle of the night. Our position has changed, he told them grimly. There is no way by which we can give battle in the open. We have been facing a hugely superior force in front and are now going to be trapped in the rear. We cannot possibly defeat Xerxes. Sorry. But we can delay him. We can keep him here and weaken him. While the Athenians strengthen their defenses and prepare ships to oppose the Persian fleet. We have already held him for more than 3 days. We can hold him a few days more in this pass, and for that we need only a small force. I'm sending most of you back to your cities. He will not be needed. You can stay through the woods. The Spartans will stay here with me. The captains protested, but they had to obey. When the rest of the Greeks withdrew, Leonidas was left with his 300 Spartans. The odds against him now were 1,000-1. Leonidas dressed himself in his royal robe, performed the final sacrifice as king, then disrobed and put on his armor. He would die with his men as a Spartan warrior, not a ruler. For 3 days the Spartans held the enemy. The Persians came forward and fearfully resented. No. Resentfully, my bad. Many of them were forced into combat with whips. Those who lagged were trampled underfoot by troops driven from behind. But their tremendous superiority in numbers meant inevitable success. The Spartans fought desperately shoulder to shoulder. They fought with swords until the blades snapped. Then they used daggers. When those were gone, they fought with their hands. Leonidas was one of the last ones to succumb. He died on the amount of slain men in the mountain pass. Xerxes had won the battle at a tremendous cost. He had won the battle, but not won the war. When he reached Athens, thanks to the delay at Thermopylae, the city was deserted. As the Persian fleet sailed out to ensure Xerxes his land victory, it was met by the reinforced Greek ships. In the great naval encounter at Salamis, the Persians were thoroughly defeated. At the opening of the pass at Thermopylae, a monument was raised, and on it a brief verse was inscribed in memory of the 300 who made their brave stand there. Pause, traveler, ere you go your way, then tell how Spartan to the last we fought and fell. So, there was this one story like right after it that's like not even like a page long. So I'll go ahead and read that one, and then I will let y'all enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Okay. A Spartan reply. The laconic answer. King Philip of Macedon, father of Alexander the Great, had won so many victories and had captured so much territory that everyone expected him to invade Greece. This he planned to do, but he hesitated because of the Spartans. The Spartans lived in the part of Greece known as Laconia. A brave and simple people, utterly fearless, they were not given to boasting or vain talk. They used few words and chose those words carefully. Their sentences were short, that they were called laconic, a form of speech native to Laconia. Philip at last decided that he would wait no longer. Assembling a vast army, he brought it to the borders of Laconia. Then he sent a message to the Spartans. When I invade your country, he warned them, if you do not yield at once, I will burn your villages and destroy your cities. If I enter Laconia, I will level it to the ground. The Spartans did not waste words or time. Their answer came back immediately. A true Laonic reply. It consisted of a single word. The word was if. So the reason why I just decided to read two was because the last one took like not even 2 minutes, and I didn't want to make a video that was just like 2 minutes long, because Anyway, so I will let you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And I will see you guys actually this weekend because I will be recording a fair bit of videos this weekend. Probably enough to make me hoarse, but yeah, mainly because like I'll be busy Monday, so I'll probably be doing 2 to 3 wins like Friday, like a couple Saturday, maybe like one Sunday, then maybe like a couple that Tuesday, then yeah. Anyway, so don't let y'all enjoy your Tuesday, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.